Okay, so we are going to discuss about Google data engineering. Engineering. So it can be anything.
మాస్టర్
So
ఎందుకు ఎన్నిసార్లు అవసరంలా
uh,
అవసరం లేదు నేను వేరే కాల్లో ఉన్నాను నేను తర్వాత చేస్తా
guys, can you please go on mute?
వేరే 2 calls లో ఉన్నా హలో
Ram, can you please go on mute? Cool. So before get into started, so let me introduce myself. Myself is Prabhakar. So I have around 10 years of IT experience. And coming to my skill set, so I was a Java developer, and Looker BA developer and Google data engineer, and also I'm very much aware of the Python. So currently I'm working for one of the MNC company in India. So that's a very short intro about myself. So now, right? So we are going to discuss about a Google data engineer.
ఫోన్ ఇట్లా పైకి పట్టుకోము కొంచెం మింగుతాడు
So let me mute all. Okay. Okay, so now, right, so we are going to discuss about Google data engineering and what is the importance of Google data engineering and how a valuable, a demandable course, the Google data engineering in IT industry at present. Okay, so before going to that, right, let's say we have a lot of cloud services. So we have a Google and Microsoft Azure, Amazon. These are the three major cloud services providers in IT industry. So Google, Azure, and Amazon. So every company, right, it can be a insurance company, e-commerce company, or retail company. So they are using any one of these three services. It can be Amazon, Azure, or Google. So because right nowadays, what's happening, right? Companies are investing more amount on the cloud services than on premises. So when I say on premises, storing my customer data in my servers, in my machine. Let's say I have some business. Let's say I have the business of retail. What I will do, I will store my customer transactions data in my database, in Oracle database. But if I want to perform the analytics or artificial intelligence, so on-premises is not scalable. So that's why companies are moving the data from on-premises, their local servers to cloud services. Let's say from Oracle to GCP or mostly Azure. GCP or Azure. So if we want to move the data from Oracle to GCP or Azure, where data engineers play key role. Data engineers play key role. I'll tell you one of the scenario. So now, right, currently in IT industry, there is a huge shortage of skilled data engineers. Let's say it can be Azure data engineer or GCP data engineer. చాలా వరకు మార్కెట్లో సో ఈ ఇంజనీర్స్ అనే వాళ్ళు దొరకడం లేదు ఐటీ ఇండస్ట్రీకి. సో ఈవెన్ ఇన్ వన్ ఆఫ్ మై యూస్ కేస్, ఇన్ వన్ ఆఫ్ మై ప్రాజెక్ట్స్, లెట్స్ సే కంపెనీ taking the freshers into the project, they are educating these cloud services. because they don't have a skilled laborers in the market that can fulfill the project requirement. Because next 5 to 10 years, this data engineering plays key role to move the data from customers or clients on-premises server to cloud servers, where data engineers play key role. Next, right, let's say if I want to be a data engineer, let's say I'm a fresher or I'm an experienced candidate. So if I want to become a data engineer, then what skill I should aware of? నాకు ఎలాంటి స్కిల్స్ కావాలి? నేను ఏ స్కిల్స్ నేర్చుకుంటే ఐ కెన్ బి అ డేటా ఇంజనీర్? సో ద వెరీ బేసిక్ ప్రిన్సిపల్ ఈస్ ఆర్ ప్రీరిక్విజిట్ ఈస్ ఎస్క్యూఎల్ అండ్ పైథాన్. And no to Java. You no need to learn Java. If you are fundamentally strong in a SQL or SQL or Python, then you can become a data engineer. Because let's say, why we need SQL? Why we need SQL? Why should I learn SQL for data engineer? Why? Because the data is available in the database or data warehouse. Data is available in database or data warehouse. So like this. So I'm just opening one of the sheet. See, okay, like that. See what happens, right? In the database or data warehouse, the data will be stored like this in the table format. So we have the rows and columns. Let's say you have a company and you have a 5 employees. Those 5 employees data are available in the employee table, like that: employee ID, name, department, salary, bonus, etc., etc. So to talk with the database, let's say database not a human. Here, database is not a human. It's not a human. It doesn't know Telugu, English, or Hindi. It can communicate with only one language, which is SQL or SQL. SQL, structured query language. If at all you want to retrieve the data from the database, let's say how many customers made orders today. So let's assume that you are purchasing some items in the Meesho, Amazon, Flipkart. So they want to know how many orders placed across India or how many orders placed at each state wise. If at all you want to retrieve those kind of information, so you use SQL or SQL to get the data. That's why SQL plays a key role for any data engineer. He can be a Amazon, Azure. Amazon means AWS. It's AWS. So you can be a Amazon, Azure, or Google data engineer. So you should aware of a SQL or SQL. So that is very basic fundamentals that any company expect from the data engineer. So clear?
Yes.
Next Python. Okay. So mostly you guys, let's say are freshers, let's say you are BTech graduate or degree graduate or postgraduate of MCA, MTech. Okay. So you guys might be learn Java or Python. It's 10 years back, right? There is no demand for Python. Nobody was using a Python. Everybody was using either Java or .NET. Only two programming languages, either Java or .NET. Once cloud came into the picture, then the Python become a much used language in the cloud services. If you go to any cloud service or any artificial intelligence mechanism, let's say ML models, data scientist roles, we use Python. So nowadays, Python have more demand than .NET and Java because of the cloud services. So we use Python in the cloud services to extract the data from on-premises to cloud services. And we automate the process. Let's say my requirement is very clear. My requirement is right. I have a one table. Let's say this table. I have this table. Every day a new employee get added into the company. There is a possibility. So what happens, right? Every day midnight 11 p.m. the data needs to pull from this table and that should be stored in the cloud. That automation should happen without manual intervention. అంటే మనము ఏమి చేయకుండానే మాన్యువల్గా రన్ చేయకుండానే that should happen automatically without manual intervention. So in that case, you have to use the Python. It can be automation perspective. It can be some kind of transformation perspective. Transformation in the sense, let's say we have this data. Let's say we have this data. So here we can see null. So I want to replace this null with a zero. That is called transformation. Replacing null to zero is called transformation. So in that case, we use this Python SQL. So both this combination will decides the functionality of the cloud provider. So if you are strong in SQL and at least you are aware of the Python basics, then so the prerequisite will for the cloud data engineer. Okay, so the next thing is right. In this course, what we are going to cover? So we are going to cover from the BigQuery. It is one of the very fast data warehouse in the cloud. BigQuery. Here we cover SQL. So we cover SQL, which is related to BigQuery. Okay. Next, we are going to cover Python. If you know the Python and SQL, then PySpark will come into the picture. PySpark. We are going to cover PySpark. Then in a GCP, we are going to cover cloud storage, cloud composer, Dataproc, and finally we'll come to Git. These are the 5 major topics that we will cover in this syllabus. Because if at all we are going to work in a data engineering role, so these are the very mandatory skills. Okay, the very first important one is BigQuery with the SQL. If you guys are aware BigQuery with the SQL, 50% of the projects we can survive. 50%. Because nowadays SQL have very demand in the cloud. And if you know Python and PySpark, then the job is going to be very easy. Okay. Next, right, I'll come to the course duration. course duration. So the course duration is going to be 2.5 months. And daily classes at 8:30 p.m. IST to 9:30 or 10 will take 1 hour or maximum 1.5 hour from Monday onwards, next Monday onwards. So today and tomorrow, I'll take 15 minutes to 1 hour for demo perspective and we'll give the break. So demo today, let's say 12th and 13th. 2 days demo and the next real class is going to happen on 19th. 19th. Okay. So next we talk about the what is the demand. So as I mentioned earlier, there is lack of resource for data engineers in Indian IT industry. So companies are paying lakhs rupees, but they are unable to find the proper resource or proper talent to fulfill the projects. Okay, so if you focus on data engineering, either Azure or Google, it can be anything, either Azure or Google, then there will be a n number of opportunities outside. Okay. See, whatever is required, whatever a material or subject that required, right? We just cover everything that is full real-time project specification. సో మీకు రియల్ టైం ప్రాజెక్ట్ చేయడానికి ఎంత వర్క్ అవసరం ఉంటుందో, ఏవైతే కీ పాయింట్స్ ఉన్నాయో, కీ సర్వీసెస్ ఉన్నాయో, వి కవర్ ఈచ్ అండ్ ఎవ్రీథింగ్. Okay. Next, how to practice. I can see two things. Let's see what's going to happen. I think we covered now data proc. Did we miss it? So we have data proc here, right? We have data proc. Can we make transition into ML or data scientist after 2+? Okay. So this is very interesting question. Can we make transition into ML or data scientist or data science after 2+ years in DE? Okay. That's a great question. I'll tell you one of the real-time situation. Okay. Let's say I can see one of the person joined as a ML ops or ML engineer. But he didn't get any work on ML engineer. Instead of that, what companies is saying that you have to work on data engineering first. You have to work on the data engineering first. Okay. What is the reason? Can anybody guess it? The person who pinged this question, Satya Khanna. Okay, I'll tell you. Okay. So if you see my skill set, right? I'm also Looker BA developer. So most of the people who might be studied about Looker BA from Bangalore, so they are much aware of my name. Okay, so it can be Looker BA or ML engineer. See, these two people can start their work once data is available in the data warehouse. Without data availability in the cloud, we cannot start either Looker BI development or ML engineering work. First, data engineers should pitch in. They should prepare the data. The data should be available in the clean format. Then, Looker BI developer, they can build the dashboards using Looker semantic layer. ML engineers, they can perform the models. They can create the model from the data only. So without a data engineering work to complete, they cannot do anything at all. That's very, very important. So once data engineering activities completes, then only the remaining works can start. When it's come to data engineering, if you are a data engineer, whether we can move to ML engineer or not, yes, you can. Once you complete your data engineering projects or skills, then definitely that's going to be great advantage for you in the ML engineering role. You know about data engineering, you know about ML engineering, then you are irreplaceable in the team. Because very rare people have this combo, both data engineering and ML engineering. Airflow. So when I say Cloud Composer internally uses Airflow only. We train ML models and most ML activities see, it depends, man. So that's okay. It's our project specification. You can build ML model in a Databricks or GCP. So that's great. What data engineers do exactly with the data? Okay. So data engineers will bring the data from on-premises to cloud services. After that, Looker BI developers, they build the reports. So that's the answer to your question. Good. Okay, so next, right? How to do practice. Practice. So one thing, let's say it's a cloud. You cannot install any software on your local machine. So you can access every Google service from the browser itself. So there is one particular website from where we can access GCP services. Let's say Google Cloud Skills Boost. Google Cloud Skills Boost. From this application, from this website, so you can click on anything. Let's say this one. You can practice every service which is part of GCP. For that, you no need to pay single rupee. It's a free software that have some limitations. So with the limitations, we can practice everything, especially SQL, Python, and few cloud services. Okay. So for this, you need your Gmail. Or else, if at all you have any credit card, Google is going to provide 3 months free credits. Means you can practice every cloud service in a GCP for 3 months for free of cost. So if you have credit card, if you don't have any credit card, so this website is useful for you guys. Okay, just type Google Cloud Skills Boost and just click on this link, Google Skills. Simply sign in with your Gmail. So you just sign with the Gmail. See, continue as my Gmail. That's it. So you can practice. So if at all I want to practice BigQuery, just type BigQuery. You can see n number of things. Just open any one of this. Any one of this. We'll go deep dive tomorrow. Wherever you find a lab, just open the course. No worries, we'll discuss again this tomorrow. Wherever you find lab, click on that. See, lab. So this will take you to Google Cloud, the real Google Cloud, a GCP. So where we can practice all our SQL in the cloud service provider. You just need only one email. That sufficient. So Python and all, so to learn a Python, we don't need any cloud service. We can learn or we can experiment on a Python in our local. We can use our tools or IDEs and we can practice a Python. Okay. So now forum is open. So if you have any questions, let me know. We'll answer. Only about subject. Okay. No deviations and all. No chatting, please.
ETL tool needed, huh?
Sorry, what is that?
ETL tool.
ETL tool.
Oh.
No, see, generally, right, what happens? ETL is a old terminology. So if you are you using any Informatica by chance?
No.
Okay, so what happens, right? Earlier, without this cloud came into the picture, right? People are using Informatica, data center, something else. Sorry, data stage. Okay, we call it as ETL, but that process can be done using these cloud services only. Dataproc, Cloud Composer, SQL, Python. So these will fulfill this ETL requirement. It's exactly ETL. It's not a ETL, it's ELT. It's
Okay.
ELT. ETL is different, ELT different. ETL is an old approach. Nobody is using this. Extract, transform, then load. Here it is you first extract, it will not change. Then you load it. Then you do transform. Okay. So what's happened, right? I'll tell you why ELT is very, very important. Let's say the same table. I'll go to this table. Okay. So I have this table. What I'll do, I will extract this data from my on-premise Oracle database. Generally, ఈ డేటా అనేది టేబుల్ ఫార్మాట్లో ఉంటుంది. ఓకే, సో ఐ గో టు ద ఆన్ ప్రెమిస్ Oracle I'll extract it. Means I'll take all this data. I'll take all this data. I'll just copy this one. I'll paste in the cloud services as is. Let's say I have a GCP. This is my Oracle. Okay, I'll just insert. This is my Oracle database on premise. I will just copy this data as is to cloud. I will not do anything at all. Once data is loaded, see, load, see, extract, then load. So after that, what I'll do, I will load this data in a BigQuery. And I replace wherever null is there, I replace with a 0. Here, I replace with a 0. Here, 0. Here, 0. See, this one, and this one. See, I have this Oracle data, which is there in the on-premise. I will extract it. I'll copy this one. I will load in a GCP, let's say, cloud storage. As it is, I'll not change anything at all. I'll not change anything. Whatever is there, the exact replica here. After that, I will make some transformations. I will load into BigQuery. See, if at all you want to see what is the real data, what is the source data. Now, as a developer, you no need to go to the Oracle. You can directly verify in the Google Cloud. So that's the beauty of ELT. Whereas ETL, they will extract, they'll first transform, they will load. If at all they want to see any problematic data, let's say they expect 10 records, they can see only 15 records. Now, again, they have to go to the source, and it's very challenging to trace where is the problem. అంటే అక్కడ మిస్టేక్ ఎక్కడ జరిగింది అనేది చాలా కష్టం ఐడెంటిఫై చేయాలంటే. దట్స్ వై కంపెనీస్, it's a small company, big company, or medium company. Every company now follows ELT. This is old, outdated. So ఇంకా చెప్పాలి అంటే, let's say what happened in real time, right? So I'll just take one sample set. So this one, let's say if you are active in the Amazon, right? Every day what happen? We go to Amazon, we place some orders. Every day new records are going to be added. ఈ రికార్డ్స్ అన్ని వాళ్ళ అరాకిల్ స్టోర్ ఏంటి, అరాకిల్ కానీ ఆర్ సిక్వెల్ సర్వర్ కానీ, దోస్ మోస్ట్లీ స్టోర్ ఇన్ ద ఆన్ ప్రిమిసెస్. బట్ మన రెస్పాన్సిబిలిటీ ఏంటంటే we make the ELT approach on this. We make ELT. We'll just copy this. We'll place in the cloud storage. We transform it and we finally paste in the BigQuery. So ఇక్కడ ఆర్డర్ ఐడి కాకుండా we may remove this column. I don't want this column. I'll take only order ID. I'll just sum it up. ఇక్కడ ఏమవుతుందంటే ఇది ఎగిరిపోతుంది. It's going to be 450. అంటే ఒక కస్టమర్ అనేవాడు ఎంత అమౌంట్ పర్చేస్ చేసినాడు. సో ఇది ఇంపార్టెంట్. సో వి ట్రాన్స్ఫార్మ్ ఇట్. మనం BigQueryలో ఇలా స్టోర్ చేస్తాం. ఈ 3 రికార్డ్స్, ఇది ఉండదు, ఈ కాలం ఉండదు. దిస్ ఈస్ కాల్డ్ ట్రాన్స్ఫర్మేషన్. మనకి ఏమైతే అవసరం ఉంటుందో, వాట్ ఎవర్ వీ నీడ్, we just keep those after transforming the data. So that's the main workflow of ELT. Any other questions?
Sir, can we practice Looker as well in the skills.google?
Yes, we can. Every Google Cloud service. Looker also, it's a Google Cloud service. Okay.
sir.
So we
Yeah.
can practice everything over there. Satya, can you please speak? So what is your doubts? I'll address that.
Yes, sir.
Oh.
Can I ask, sir?
Please go ahead.
Sir, if I want to make a transition from normal Java developer and Android developer role to data engineering, what is
Mhm.
the key challenges that I'm going to face? Because I was aware of Python and SQL. Because from past 2.5 months, I've been doing some practice quizzes and all the stuff. Practice quizzes in data engineering in AWS cloud and Azure cloud is also well. So one of my friend is working as an Azure data engineer. So I want to make transition after seeing his work in with Databricks. And one of my friend is also working in our company. One of my friend is working at ML engineer as an ML engineer. He was working in with the Databricks. So you also know that Databricks we can also use for the it's a single umbrella which we can use for data engineering tasks, data science tasks, and also ML based tasks, and also analyst tasks is also well. So what are the challenges that I'm going to face while this transition, sir?
Okay, so what
That's my
is your
question.
skill set at present?
At present, I work as a Java developer. My present skill set was I can write code in Spring. We are developing the application in Spring Boot with the help of Spring Boot and Data JPA. You also know that because you are a Java developer, and we are adapting the cloud skills also well in the AWS. We use a cloud called AWS. You know that, and also I know the basic Flutter.
Okay, I understand. Okay,
I know
so
the
let's say
basic Flutter.
you are a Java developer now. Okay, assume you are a Java developer
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
and you want
Yes, sir.
to transition to a data engineer role.
Data engineering.
Okay,
Yes, sir.
simple thing is right. Being a Java developer, you have very minimal usage of SQL. Very minimal usage.
Yes,
You
sir.
are using the SQL, but it's very
Yes,
minimal.
sir. Because we have
Because
Data JPA and all the repositories
Hmm,
is also well.
exactly, because I was also Java developer. Okay. See, the thing is
Yes, sir.
right, you have to be very strong, or at least you should be very fundamentally strong in the SQL. It's for every data engineer. So maybe it is a bit challenging for you to focus on a SQL. Okay. But when it comes to Python, no, when it's come to Python, okay, since you are already aware of a Java, Python is not going to be challenging for you. It's straightforward. The only challenge that you face in a SQL. So you have to focus more on SQL optimizations. Let's say in a Java, we also use optimization techniques, right? We use list, linked list, sets based on the use case. We don't use blindly whatever we want. There is a specific pattern. Here also,
Hello, sir. Hello, sir. Just a doubt, sir. Not in
Mhm.
Python and SQL, sir. I can able to cope up with the Python and SQL. So that I was practicing the Python from last 1 month, so I can able to make the transformations and all stuff. I was fearing about PySpark and the Hadoop kind of data transformation frameworks that they are used in industry related work, sir.
Okay. So the thing is
PySpark and
that
Hadoop because
understood. Mhm. Okay.
okay.
So PySpark is nothing. See, PySpark is not different than a SQL or a Python. It's combination of Python and SQL. That's called PySpark. Let's say in a SQL you have a joins, you have a aggregations. The same aggregation we are going to perform in a PySpark. That's it. That's the only difference. PySpark is, I would say, dead easy. For you as a Java developer, it's not a big task or challenge. Okay,
Thank you, Prabhakar. It's my only doubt. Thank you for clearing this one.
no problem. Any other questions? Okay, and one more thing. So I'll just let's say uh, I'll talk about a bit about freshers as well. Okay, so now right, lot of companies are hiring freshers. They are upskilling them into cloud services. So if anyone are in the third year, or second year, fourth year of BTech, if they upskill their self in cloud services, then they have a huge demand in the market. Let's say a lot of companies, they can immediately hire them. So the next thing is that freshers are going to be competitors for the employees who is there in the system already from last 10 years. Because it's not a challenging, it's a simple Python and mostly a SQL. If you know the Python and SQL, the remaining part is using the remaining cloud services. Using the remaining cloud services is not a big deal. If you just practice 1 or 2 times, then it's very easy. So for Python, for freshers also, data engineer is very much important and they are going to be industry ready. So they no need to again upskill or learn in the IT companies. They can learn before entering into the IT services or IT companies and they can start building the projects. So that's the power of the data engineering at present. They have good packages, I would say even 30 lakhs, 40 lakhs, 20 lakhs. So there is a good packages for the experienced candidates. But if freshers focus on the data engineering, they have the good initial package as well. Okay. So experienced candidates should compete with the freshers as well down the line. So that's what I want to highlight. Any other questions? Otherwise, we'll just wind up in 5 minutes. And tomorrow, right? Tomorrow we'll focus how to access the GCP, how to practice SQL using the BigQuery. So these we are going to target tomorrow's 8:30 p.m. class.
Hi, Prabhakar. I'm Venkat. Okay. So
Okay.
I'm working as a BA developer from past 7 years. So what might be the challenges, we're going to face if I want to learn. So any cloud data engineer,
So you are a BA developer, BA developer, BA or
BA,
BA,
BI, business
BI,
intelligence.
business intelligence. So you are a
Yeah.
BA developer of what? Is it Looker,
With
Power BI?
Power BI and along with SSRS and data warehouse.
Okay. So, okay, since you are in the uh, already Microsoft related products, okay.
Yeah.
So I sincerely suggest you focus on the Azure data service. To be honest, okay. Or else, if you want to multi-cloud specialist,
Mhm.
okay, then you can learn GCP as well. And coming to the challenges, right? See, since you've been in the industry from last 7 years, and you
Yeah.
might be aware of the SQL as well, isn't it?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. See, for any BA developer, along with the BA development, the SQL is plays a key role.
Yeah. Exactly. Yeah.
Okay. The same, see, most of the projects, the data engineering work will also happen in the SQL. Mostly
Mhm.
SQL.
Yeah.
50% of the projects, 50%. Okay. So the major challenge for you is to learn a Python.
Yeah,
If
exactly.
at all,
Python and PySpark.
yes,
So that there I might, have a bit challenge.
exactly. And if you focus on a Python, since you're already aware of SQL, PySpark is going to be easy for you. That's the only challenge. Python learning a
No,
Python.
Python is like, see, if like basic Python is fine or we need to learn in depth of,
It's a basic Python.
okay,
We know we
fundamental.
learn in depth because we are not a Python developers. So we are going to be cloud data engineers. We use minimal Python.
Okay. So even some of the project, they might run backend, as in the notebooks, right? They might run only, Python. Am I right?
Sorry, some notebook. Can you please repeat your question again?
See, in the notebook, some of the project they might run, only Python without using a SQL.
That might be PySpark, isn't it?
Okay. Okay. Then there won't be there never be, only Python, right? Am I right?
No,
In the
no,
notebooks.
no. Because Python can be used for the real-time application development as well. So
Okay.
in a notebook,
Mm-hmm.
they might be using the PySpark, not only a Python. It's a
Okay.
Python plus Spark.
So if I want to create a data frame, right? So in that case, so just I use only PySpark to get Python to get the data into the notebook. So there I can do transformation using PySpark.
Yes,
Am I
see
right?
here, data
Mm-hmm.
frame is not related to the Python. It's mostly related to the
Yeah,
PySpark.
PySpark. Yeah, yeah. Mm-hmm.
That's it.
Okay.
So Python, basic Python and PySpark. PySpark is let's assume that you are somebody is going to be a Databricks. They might be using Databricks. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
in Azure. So they also use a PySpark. There is no
Yeah.
much of
Hello.
difference. There's no
Mm-hmm.
much of difference whether you are a GCP developer or Azure developer, because most of the cases people will use SQL and PySpark. So if you are
Okay.
well aware of one cloud service, the
Mm-hmm.
remaining cloud service is going to be free for you. That's it.
Okay.
And if at all, any specific project is going to use BigQuery
Okay.
especially component, data
Okay.
warehouse component,
Mm-hmm.
then
Mm-hmm.
learning GCP services is really great help for them.
Okay.
See, it's all about what is my current role. What think about your
Okay.
current role and your future. You want to
Mm-hmm.
go for the high packages,
Mm-hmm.
or else low is or minimum is fine. So based on that aspect, we have to take decisions.
Hello,
Yeah.
hello,
Right.
Hello.
Prabhakar.
Okay.
Can I? Okay. Sorry, Rishi.
Hi, sir. It's good evening.
Hi Rishi, good evening.
Yeah, so I'm working as a AWS DevOps engineer. First 5+ years of experience I have. I'm new for this Python script, Python concepts, and this data structures like this. So, what I have to major to focus on this component?
So simple, no? Since you are a DevOps engineer, okay, mostly you are using the Terraform, something else, is it?
Yeah.
Kubernetes, isn't it?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay, okay. See here, right? See, you mostly not aware of the SQL and a Python. Okay, so this
Yeah.
is. Mhm.
PySpark, I have little bit of knowledge on PySpark.
Acha. So if you are aware of a PySpark, you done a practice of PySpark without a SQL knowledge, is it?
Yeah,
Or
yes.
else you are aware of the SQL as well.
Recently I started for practicing SQL.
Okay, so then don't go to PySpark. Just start building a reports or POCs on the SQL. Okay, then
Okay.
you may go to PySpark directly because right.
Okay.
So you should have the full control on the data. So when you start writing a SQL queries, you know what's happening behind the data. Then you can go to the PySpark. So That's
Okay.
advice I can give you. That's it. So if you know the PySpark, it's not a problematic.
Okay. What Satya has mentioned, Bricks is mandatory for this data engineering course. At the same time, when Fabric also will be part of this GCP. It's a Fabric is a
No,
different
so
concept.
see, I'll tell you. Fabric, see, this guy may be using something else, or else he might be clubbing all these things. Okay. See, there are
Okay.
two. Microsoft is different and Google is different. Databricks is part of
Okay.
the Azure or Microsoft. So we don't use those components. We have a different components in the GCP. So Fabric is also part of the Microsoft, and we don't use any Fabric
Okay.
here. See, don't
Okay.
try to mix two technologies.
Yeah.
That's
Yes.
very problematic.
Okay. Okay.
Okay.
So any big data concepts like Power BI, these things.
See, big data. When you say big data, no, let's say I'm talking about the Hadoop, right? Hadoop,
Okay.
isn't it?
Yeah. Yes. Yes.
See, big data is a big term, so there is no specific meaning of that. But if you want to relate to a technology, so big data used in many let's say you have the Hive. Hive will use the big data
Okay.
framework. But the BigQuery now, the BigQuery, it is alternative for the
Yes.
Hive. And
Okay.
it is very much faster than the Hive. Let's say today I'm using the Hive as well. If I run a query, my BigQuery will give in 3 seconds. This will take 10 seconds. Okay. Both are
Okay.
big data only. The basic is big data, but BigQuery is advanced than compared to big data. So here
Okay.
we use some kind of map reduce from big data. Here
Okay.
different because the big data or map reduce algorithm introduced by the Google itself. First time
Okay.
the paper is published by the Google team, that being vastly used in everywhere.
Yeah. Thank you.
And one more thing, if you guys using the Power BI, mostly you guys are using the Azure SQL or SQL Server, mostly, right? Isn't it?
Yeah. 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 Yeah.
But
Right.
this is very slow.
Okay.
See, the top data warehouses for today, Snowflake and BigQuery. There is no competitor for this. SQL Server, Azure SQL, it's too far away from the BigQuery or Snowflake. If you have the huge amount of data, then companies are not going to use Azure related data warehouses, SQL Server or Azure SQL. They mostly use Snowflake or BigQuery, which means they'll go to GCP.
So one small dot, even without having the Snowflake knowledge, can we survive with this bricks?
Sorry, which one?
Without having the Snowflake knowledge, can we manage bricks?
No, see BigQuery. See, this is two different components, but a common thing is see average. Let's say you have a Oracle. Okay. Let's say you have Azure SQL.
Okay.
It's a different in terms of storage, but the common is SQL. They know SQL only. Everything is no SQL only. We can talk in SQL language.
Okay.
Internally, design is different. That is not for us. So we have hundreds of databases or data warehouses. Okay. Everything will use SQL. If you know SQL means you know everything. You know Snowflake, you know BigQuery, you know Azure SQL, you know Oracle. Syntax also same. 90% syntax also same. See, everywhere select star from table name. It can be Oracle, Azure, Snowflake, BigQuery. Okay. If you know SQL means to learn a Snowflake, it will take 1 hour. To learn a BigQuery, it will take 1 hour. To learn Azure SQL, it will take 1 hour. That's it.
Yeah, got it. Thank you.
Okay, it's already 9:30. Any important questions?
Last
Sir,
in 5 minutes. One.
just a normal one, sir. Sir, is data modeling basics will be covered, sir, or we'll leave that data modeling concept, sir?
See,
Data modeling like
so what exactly do you mean by data modeling? Your
data
name,
modeling
please?
means Satya, sir. Satya, sir.
No, Satya, see, thing is right. It's a
Yeah.
very big term, data modeling. It's a very big term. Okay. So I'm not exactly sure which data, so I'm talking about the start schema, Snowflake schema.
Star schema, Snowflake schema, and these schemas that you are going to implement with the big data warehouses, data warehouses, and data warehousing concepts, sir.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, just
So
a basic terminology that what is the star schemas, what is the schemas,
that we
what
have
is
to
the
cover.
data
See, these
warehousing.
basics will cover. See, if you are a data engineer, let's say you are a data engineer, you are going to build the pipelines or table either using a star schema or Snowflake schema, mostly star schema or Snowflake schema. So that will cover, but it is not pure data modeling. Pure data modeling will be used in the on-premises OLTP transactions, not OLAP transactions. Okay, cool then. Any other questions from others?
Yeah, 1 second. So will you be providing Azure Data Engineer course as well, or so only Google?
Only GCP, not Azure.
Okay.
Yeah. So Azure is completely different cloud service.
Yeah. These are them both different ones.
Yes. Cool then. If you don't have any questions, we'll catch up same time tomorrow, 8:30 p.m. Indian time zone. Thank you, guys.
Thank you, everyone.
Thank
Bye.
you.